All right, here we have the last of the limited time series in current version 7.4.6, and of course it is for an older car, Lamborghini Miura. So we've got 8 more days to run, which lands us, depending on where you are in the world, either it'll expire September 2nd, the Monday, or September 1st, the Sunday, depending on, your time zone. So check your time zone and plan accordingly. Alright, this car of course has quite a few upgrades, and I already own the car, which is worth 490 gold if you're to buy it outright. And this limited time series, of course, if you don't own the car, by completing it you win the car plus 50 gold to help along the way of upgrading the car to meet the PR requirement, which they are saying it's 37.7. So let's see. Yeah, let's jump in and find out what this is all about. Of course, the Real Racing TV has the Dario Franchitti going over the car, which is pretty cool. But you can check out that video on your own time. Let's see. Lamborghini Miura Championship. We've had the championship, the limited time series for this car in the past, if I remember correctly. Anyway, earn a 1971 Lamborghini Miura by 100% completing this special limited time series, a truly classic Lamborghini with a design that would inspire supercars for years to come. Alright, and mine has been customized with some, I think that's just a basic vinyl. It looks like basic vinyl, a bunch of circles. So anyway, here's the breakdown of 50 gold rewards total, broken down into 25% completion increment. And considering that this car is an older car, there are quite a few racing dollar upgrades available before you have to spend gold. So I'm sure this, to meet the PR requirement of 37.7, we're gonna need some gold upgrades. We'll see how much. And this is another 15 tier limited time series, so we'll use the gold and get it done right away. There's the 100% completion, 50 gold, all in a lump sum. And let's because I already own this car, yeah, I have to get back in, and I believe my car has all racing dollar upgrades. Yes, there are 15 racing dollar upgrades available before you need to spend any gold. So that brings my PR up to 24.5. And let's see, so 3 upgrades on engine, drivetrain, suspension are all possible with racing dollars alone. And body and exhaust, we can get 2 upgrades with racing dollars. And brakes and tires and wheels, you can only get 1, but hey, that's still 1 upgrade each category for racing dollars. So that's at least the basic, right? And then all the others are plus. So what's the PR requirement again? Let's check that out. 37.7. So that is accurate. But before we play around with upgrades to bring the PR up to the required number, let's see how far I can go with this racing dollar upgrades alone. So we just need to check tier 4. Actually, I could have gone retrospective. Let's do that. Okay, tier 11 cup is what you need to complete in order to claim 75% gold reward, and 29.1. So okay, 75% is not possible with racing dollars alone. How about 50% completion, which means tier 7, since you need 2 gold trophies only to claim the 50% completion reward, and it's 20.8. So yeah, with racing dollar upgrades alone, you can get through essentially 50% and then some. How about tier 9? Not that this bears any significance in rewards that we can claim. Aha! So tier 9 does have a PR requirement of 24.9, so that's where we're gonna get stuck with racing dollar upgrades alone. But you know, that's if you already own this car and just want to pick up a few gold, I suppose that's one way to do it. Just do 50% completion, right? And then you will be how much gold is that? 15 gold, I think, for completing the 50%, right? Because the, let's see, let's check. I don't remember what the reward breakdown was. It was 5 for 25%, yeah, 10 for 50, so combined it's 15 gold. So you can pick up 15 free gold if you already have the racing dollar or already have the car and you just don't want to put any gold upgrades on the car, or if you don't own the car but you cannot quite afford the enough upgrades, then you can still come out with net gold positive of 15 gold. So that's not too bad, right? For trading racing dollars for gold is always nice. So anyway, with that being said, let's see how we can get this car's PR high enough to meet the PR requirement, right? So it's gonna be all gold upgrades here. 30 for engine, 28 for drivetrain, and 15 for body, 26 for suspension. But the drivetrain and suspension, those are dead-end upgrades, so we'll wait on those. Same for exhaust, except just a little cheaper, 16 gold. And then brakes, 9 gold, but we got a few extra that we should be able to get. And tires and wheels, 10 gold for those second tier upgrades. So let's start with the cheapest ones, right, which are brakes and tires and wheels, since they are lower tier gold upgrades. So 9 gold for brakes, and it does unlock that racing dollar upgrades that comes afterwards. So that's got 8-hour R&D time. All right, so we should get that. I'll just use gold. And the last tier upgrade in brakes category is 20 gold, and it does give me 0.8 PR boost, so we'll wait on that one if we need to max it out. Before that, we'll try to exhaust all the racing dollar upgrades first. So tires and wheels, that's 10 gold, and we've got racing dollar upgrades third tier for some 58,500 racing dollars. Another 8-hour R&D time for that one, and this one has 0.9 PR boost. And tires and wheels, the final category or final tier, the fourth tier, is 24 gold, but it does give us a larger PR point boost, so we'll see if that plays a role at the end. All right, so then the next cheaper upgrade category is going to be most likely body, and it's a third tier, so the others are all going to be fourth tier at this point. So let's check most likely body, because as I said before, exhaust upgrade, the third tier is going to be a dead end. 16 gold for 1.2 PR point boost. That's pretty high PR point boost, which is good. But let's start with body, which is 15 gold. All right, so let's get that. And then of course it does unlock the next tier 5, right? Racing dollar upgrades, which is now 12-hour R&D time on these, $82,800 racing dollars. So we'll get that done right away. And then we got how many upgrades are there on the body? 7, right? So even though this is 34 gold, it unlocks more racing dollar upgrades, I think. So now body is 34. So at that point, let's see, exhaust is 16. So, and then we get the PR boost now of 1.1. So I think, well, before we come to the dead end upgrades, let's do the others first, because we are still a fair bit away from what we need. We're at 29.2 and we need to bring it up all the way up to 37.7. So we'll do the engine next, where there are 8 upgrades available, and I just have 3. So we'll get this 30 gold engine upgrade here, which does unlock the tier 5 racing dollar upgrade, right? Is that 5? Yeah, tier 5 upgrade for 168,100 racing dollars. Now it's 18-hour R&D time, so we'll get that. And I know engine expensive, but PR boost is somewhat limited. All right, and there are 8 category or 8 tiers for this engine upgrade, so we still can get another gold upgrade and then unlock the next racing dollar upgrade. So we are up to 30.8. So the way things are looking, I have a feeling we're gonna have to get some of those, what do you call it, dead end 3rd tier or 4th tier, depending on the category, gold upgrades. So let's see, what if we go with all the lower tier gold upgrades first? So we'll start with exhaust, which has actually a 3rd tier upgrade available. So let's get that, only 16 gold. That does get maxed out. And then let's see, I think next cheapest one was brakes, 20 gold, right? Because yeah, we got 4th tier upgrades. Drivetrain 28, suspension 26, tires and wheels 24. So yeah, brakes cheapest one so far, so let's get that one, 32.7. And tires and wheels was the next cheapest one, 24. All right, that brings it up to 33.6. So we still have ways to go here. So let's sure, max out drivetrain 28 and suspension 26, 35.7. So even with those dead end upgrades, cheaper ones, all in place, we are still a couple of PR points lacking. So bodies 34, engine 70. So let's go with the body here. And racing dollar upgrades. All right, so 37.7 we can reach with maxing out body for another 75 gold, or we can go with engine 70 gold, and that will actually put me above what I need. So interesting. That means somewhere along the line, because if we go with engine, that'll unlock the next tier racing dollar upgrade, which means we can get that and we can skip out on another upgrade that I actually already picked up. So here, because the fact that there are quite a few, well, 3 more upgrades available, so let's try this path. Yeah, that does give me another 0.9 PR boost on this tier 7 upgrade in engine. Right, and that brings my PR 38.7, the whole point above what I need. So let's scrap this and try this one more time. So time for restore. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. Miura, yes. They have to undo the time trial results. Fine. Yes, let's try this one more time. So the target we are looking for is 37.7. So let's do this. So what we did earlier was got the gold, got the racing dollar upgrade, the 18-hour version, and then we got this and got this one as well. So we're going 7 upgrades. Ooh, that was 155 gold for that final 8th tier engine upgrade. I doubt we are gonna need that. And then let's see, let's go fairly deep in body upgrades as well. So we got racing dollars there, gold upgrade, racing dollar upgrade, and maybe we will just yeah, leave that last body upgrade alone. And then let's get these guys up high enough, and then we'll leave that last tier upgrade on these categories alone. So we got basically 1 gold upgrade remain on each of these categories, and we've got, let's see, like 3.9 more PR point we're gonna need. So this is where we gotta assess which one gives us the highest boost and which one's the cheapest. I have a feeling exhaust is gonna be a good one because it does give us a good boost for a very cheap amount. So we're getting 1.1 PR point boost for 16 gold, which is the cheapest one that is gonna be available. Yes, because it's only 3rd tier versus the other categories we already have done 3 upgrades plus. So the higher tier upgrades, of course, much more expensive. So let's start with exhaust. All right, so that brings my PR up to 34.9. And then the next cheapest one is going to be brakes, which is 20 gold, and the PR boost is 0.8, so that one's a little lacking. Let's see, we need 37.7, so we still need how many more? 2.7 or 2.8 PR points, right? So that's nearly, get a feeling that's gonna be maybe 3 more categories, 3 more upgrades. So tires and wheels give us 20 a whole point PR boost for 24 gold. Brakes a little bit on a lower end, but for a little bit less gold. So here, let's go with the cheapest route, see if it's gonna be enough. Brakes, 20 gold there, 35.7. And then I believe tires and wheels is going to be the next cheapest one. Yep, so 24 more gold, it brings it up 36.6, and we just need 1.1 more. Suspension or drivetrain is going to be the one that we're going to have to use. So drivetrain for 28 gold. All right, that brings the PR exactly up to 37.7. Or we can go with suspension, but suspension doesn't quite get us high enough. So, and of course body, yeah, very expensive and not enough. And same for engines. So drivetrain seems like it's gonna be the way to go, which brings our PR exactly up to the target of 37.7. All right, so let's see. How much gold did I spend? Let's tally this up. So I spent 100 gold in engine, and let's see, drivetrain I maxed it out, so that was just the last gold, the 4th tier, which was 28 that we just spent. And then body, we got 6 upgrades, so that costed me 2 gold upgrades, which costed 15 first and 34 second time, so that adds up to be what, 49. And then suspension, we got, well, we didn't get any gold upgrades in suspension, right? That 26, right? So that's racing dollars only. And then let's see, exhaust, we got, of course, 16 gold, 3rd tier upgrade. And then brakes, we got 2 upgrades. First, the 2nd tier one for 9 gold, and then 20 gold, the last one. So that's 29 gold we spent on brakes. And tires and wheels, we spent 2 upgrades, 2 gold upgrades. The 2nd tier for 10 gold and the last one for 24 gold. So that's 34 that we spent. So what does that all add up to? Let's see, 100 plus 20, let's see, 100, 28, 49. You know what? Let me pull out the calculator and we'll do it properly. So here we go. All right, so let's punch in these numbers. 100, come on, plus, was it 28, plus 49, plus 16, plus 29, plus 34 equals 256. So it seems like 256 gold is how much you have to spend. I think that's the cheapest way to do it, but you get 50 of it back, so net cost is gonna be 206 gold. If you don't own the car, that's a pretty good deal, considering the car itself is worth 490 gold. So yeah, I think that is the best way to get your car's PR up to the target of 37.7. So basically 7 upgrades in engine, max out drivetrain, 6 upgrades in body, 3 upgrades in suspension, so no gold upgrade in suspension, and then the rest of the remaining categories you want to max it out, right? So there you have it, 256 gold, and however much racing dollar upgrades it cost. I think the amount of racing dollar you spend isn't so much of a deal as much as the waiting time that you have to spend time on, right? So that is something, well, that is the upgrade scheme. Now let's talk about the series itself, right? So yeah, all right, let's do this one more time. Okay, so Miura Championship limited time series. Okay, so we got tier 1 autocross at Berlin, Hunter at Nürburgring Grand Prix, and the cup is gonna be at Monza road course, single lap. All right, so this car not terribly fast. I mean, it's 1971 technology, so not a terribly fast car, but you know, so hopefully we don't have terribly long races. Although starting out with I suppose one full lap around Monza road course isn't too bad. I mean, you got to do at least one lap for a cup race, right? Anyway, tier 2, we got Elimination at Brands Hatch and Endurance at Spa. So those two, you know, in Elimination, obviously you have to run for a certain duration of time, 2 minutes and 20 seconds that you got to survive, right? And so, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And Endurance, of course, early on you're gonna have to run at least, I'd assume, like 5-6 kilometers, even unless you repeat one of these first tier races over and over and lose by a huge margin, then you may end up with the shortest distance of 1.7 kilometers, I guess. But that is a bit extreme. Even I think that's a bit extreme for bot training. Alright, then the cup race for tier 2, we got Mazda Raceway, 2 laps, and the PR requirement is 14.1. So obviously you do need some of those first tier upgrades. As I said, with the racing dollar upgrades alone, you can complete 50% and then some, but essentially claim the 50%. Did I say 15? I meant 50%. The reward is 15 gold for completing 50%, 5 gold for 25%, and then another 10 for the 50%, right? So anyway, you know what I mean. Moving on to tier 3, we got speed record at Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit, and we got speed snap at Catalunya Grand Prix. And the cup is going to be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course, 2 laps, and PR requirement is 15.8. Alright, so tier 3, getting double lapper cup races. Interesting. Alright, tier 4, we got head-to-head at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, just a single lap. Hunter at Dubai Hill, and cup for tier 4, 25% completion tier, is going to be Suzuka East Cup Race, 3 laps, so that should be pretty quick. And PR requirement just mere 17.2, so don't need any gold spent there. Moving on to tier 5, you got Elimination at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, and Autocross at Bugatti Circuit, and the cup is going to be at Spa, single lap, with the PR requirement of 18.5. Alright, and then tier 6, we've got Endurance at Silverstone International, a speed snap at Daytona Motorcycle. So that's, you know, takes a bit of time. Any event at Daytona Speedway is never, well, I mean, they're not, it's a speed snap, so, you know, it's not terribly long, but for a speed snap, I think it's one of the longer ones. Anyway, then tier 6, we got Cup at Porsche Test Track, long road circuit, 2 laps, alright, and PR requirement now up to 19.7. Alright, tier 7, we got head-to-head at Hockenheim Short, just a single lap, and speed record at Melbourne, and then cup is at Mount Panorama, double lapper. Alright, PR requirement is 20.8. Okay, moving on, we've got tier 8 autocross at Red Bull Ring National, and endurance at Silverstone Grand Prix, and then the cup for tier 8 is Catalunya Grand Prix, double lapper cup, and PR requirement is 22.9. So that's all doable with racing dollars alone, but that's the last tier you can complete before you spend gold. And cheapest gold upgrade was in brakes, wasn't it? 9 gold. So I suppose you can, that's still under what you earn, so you can get some upgrades and maybe get past tier 9, although because you cannot get past tier 11, it's kind of silly to get any more upgrades because you're not going to have any larger return at this point unless you plan on completing the series, right, to win it all. So yeah, I don't think there's any reason to partially upgrade the car. Anyway, we got tier 9, we got elimination at Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course, and we got a Hunter at the 24-hour circuit, so that's a full lap. And to wrap up tier 9, you got Cup at Hockenheim National, and 3 laps. That's about what you expect. PR requirement now 24.9. all right. Tier 10, we got head-to-head Mount Panorama, a full lap, right? And then we got Speed Snap at Catalunya National, and so that shouldn't be too bad. That's a fairly easy Speed Snap if I remember. And the Cup for tier 10 is at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix, 2 laps, about what you expect here. And PR requirement 27 even. Alright, tier 11, we got Speed Record at Suzuka West, and we got Drag Race at Porsche Test Track, in case you need to know. And then the Cup is at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, probably 3 laps, yep, with the PR requirement of 29.1. Let's move on. Tier 12, we got Elimination at Daytona Road Course, Hunter at Monza Road Course, and the Cup is at Dubai International, 3 laps. Ooh. And PR requirement 31.1. Tier 13, we got head-to-head at Mazda Raceway, single lap, yep. Autocross at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, and the Cup is at Brands Hatch, 7-lapper. All right, we're getting lots of high lap count Brands Hatch Cup these days, don't we? PR requirement 33.3. all right, that's a fun track. Tier 14, we got Speed Snap at Berlin, and Endurance at Hockenheim Grand Prix, and Cup is at Daytona Motorcycle Course, 3 laps, and the PR requirement 35.4. Alright, do we have, I guess we had, what was the first tier? Autocross at Berlin, okay. I thought we had another short event at Berlin. That's why I was kind of like Speed Snap at Berlin. Didn't we have, oh, okay, anyway. And finally, last tier, we got Elimination at Dubai National, Speed Record at Dynamic Circuit of Porsche Test Track, and finally, last Cup race is at Silverstone National, 6 laps, and the PR requirement is 37.7. So there you have it. So the cheapest way to meet the PR requirement of 37.7 is, once again, 7 upgrades in engine, 4 upgrades in drivetrain, 6 in body, 3 in suspension, 3 in exhaust, 4 in both brakes and tires and wheels. So that is, goodness, how many upgrades total is that? There are 34 upgrades total available, and then you're gonna need all but 3, right? So that's 31 upgrades you're gonna need for the cost of 256 gold. All right, so that does it for this series overview video. So hopefully you guys found this information useful, and yeah, share the info, right? And stay tuned for more contents. All right, take care, guys.